Hello, and welcome to Gateway to Wisdom Bible Stories. There's one very special story that I remember as a childhood that my father had told me. And it's about a father and a little boy, and they have a long distance to walk. So they took a donkey, and the father got on the donkey, and the son got in front of him, and the donkey started walking and walking for a long distance because that's where they had to go, from one village to another. As they were walking up and down the hills and the valleys, all of a sudden comes some person, and the person says, "What are you doing? Why are both of you on the donkey? It's too heavy for the donkey. Both of you should not be on the donkey. Only one person should be on the donkey." So the father got off the donkey, and the boy stayed on the donkey. And the father is walking beside the donkey and leading the donkey with the child on the back of the donkey. And they're walking and walking. All of a sudden, another person comes and says, "What are you doing? Your father is such an older person, and you're such a young person. How is it that you are putting your son on the donkey and you're walking? You should be on the donkey and the son should be walking." So the father decided to take the son off and the father went back on the donkey, and they're walking. Along comes somebody else. So, "What are you doing? The son is walking and you're on the donkey? It doesn't make sense. No, it's too heavy for the donkey. You can't do that. So you should carry the donkey, because it's too heavy for the donkey." So the moral of the story is that you can't listen to so many people as what to do with your life. You have to make your own decisions. If you want to take the donkey and you want to go on the donkey with the child, you go on the donkey with the child. If you want to walk beside the donkey and put the child on it, then you do it. Don't listen to so many people saying what to do, because then you would get confused. I have a personal story to tell you. I was, I think, in 11th or maybe 10th grade. And in order to go to university in Calgary, you had to have the 4 major subjects. You had to have math, you had to have science, you had to have English, and math, science, and social studies. And to this particular university, they accepted, because I'm not going to be a math major, I was just going to go into education teaching, they accepted 2 higher level subjects, which was going to be social studies and English. And I had my science and my math under control. But I was ready to go to the higher level of English. I finished the other 3, and I was going to go to the higher level of English. And I was registering for the class. And my counselor, now listen carefully, this is a professional counselor that gives advice, that's supposed to elevate a child, that's supposed to make the child grow and feel good about himself. This counselor told me, and I'll never forget his face, he told me very frankly, if you go to English 30, which is the higher level of English in Calgary, Alberta, I will eat my hat. Listen carefully what he said. If you, Yael, go and make it to English 30, I will eat my hat. Excuse me? How do you say that to somebody that immigrated from Israel, is trying her best, is doing it, and you're telling me that I'm going to fail before I even started? But I did so well on everything else. Why would you say that to me? I didn't question. I cried 3 days. I cried 3 days. And I couldn't bring myself up to fight him and take English 30, and I couldn't. And my psychology teacher, God bless him, I'll never forget him. His name was David Geary, Mr. Geary. And he was my psychology teacher, psychology, right? And I started his class. I came early to sit down at my desk, but he heard me sniffing and he caught me crying, pulled me out and said, "What's going on?" And I told him that I can't take English 30. He says, "Did you take it?" I said, "No." He said, so you're crying before you take the class? So in other words, you are crying before fighting the war. You are crying before winning the battle. You might win the battle. What are you crying for? Go take English 30. If you fail, you fail. Then cry. But you're crying before taking the class? He made me laugh so much. He made me laugh. I went and I signed up for English 30. English 30 was the best class I've ever been to. Not only did I learn Shakespeare and poetry and how to write and how to express myself and all the grammar and everything that I needed to do. I passed English 30. And I got an award from Mrs. Scott. Mrs. Scott taught English 30 in Calgary, Alberta, and I received a plaque saying Best Improved Student in English. This was 1976 or 77, 76. I still have that plaque. What I'm trying to tell you is don't listen to everybody else. You make up your own mind. If you want something and you think it's important, go after it. Here I am. I got my AA degree at when I was 20. I got married at 22. I had 11 children and went back to school. In 2015, I was about 60, I was 59 years old when I went back to school. Today, I'm 63 years old. And I finished my BA 5 years. I only took 2 classes a semester, and I finished it. May 2020, on the 20th, I was supposed to walk, but because of the corona, I couldn't. But I finished my BA 28 years later. Don't listen to other people. Do what's right. Listen to yourself. Listen to your inside. Thank you for watching. This has been fun.